Are you thinking to enroll yourself in a PhD program or you are in a middle of a PhD but often you feel very anxious, frustrated and overwhelmed? Then this video is for you. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shushmita. I have done a PhD from Aizer Barampur with 10 publications and 5 awards, one including from DST, and currently I am pursuing my postdoctoral research at South Korea. I think I can help you quite a lot regarding your PhD. The PhD journey is often described as the pursuit of knowledge, discovery, and intellectual freedom. But what people talk far less is the emotion that comes along with it, the anxiety, the self doubt, and the loneliness, and the constant pressure to be good enough. In this video, I want to talk honestly about the anxiety and the frustration that often comes with a PhD, why they happen, and most importantly, how you can survive this journey and come out of stronger but not broken. So let's start. One of the hardest part of a PhD is that there is no clear finish line, at least not a day to day. Unlike coursework or in a regular 9 to 5 job, progress in a PhD is very slow, uncertain, and often invisible. You can work for weeks, months, and still feel like you have achieved nothing. Experiments fails, paper get rejected, ideas collapse, and feedback when it comes can feel very harsh and deeply personal. On top of that, many PhD students tie their self-worth to their work. When research goes badly, it doesn't just like feel a professional setback, but it feels like you are the problem. And isolation, financial stress, visa issues, family expectation, and whatnot. An academic culture that sometimes glorify overwork, and it's no surprise that anxiety becomes a regular part of our daily life. Now let's move to the next part of this video, which is the silent struggle no one talks about. One of the most frustrating things about a PhD is the how alone you can feel in your struggle. Everyone around you looks very busy, very productive, confident, but no one openly talks about the nights spent panicking, the imposter syndrome, or the fear of not finishing. So you assume that you are only the failing apart problem. But there is also anxiety of comparison. The published, and this part is very common. Like you feel they published already, why haven't I? And they seem smarter. Did admission make a mistake with me? And then what if I am wasting years of my life, precious time of my life? And there is the guilt for taking breaks, guilt for not working properly, guilt even when you are working, because it's never felt like it's enough for you. And this mental load builds quietly until frustration turns into burnout. Now let's move to the next section. What a PhD actually is. One mindset shift can make a huge difference. A PhD is not just a measure of your intelligence or your value as a person. A PhD is a training. It's a training in research, uncertainty, and problem solving. You are not expected to know everything. You are not expected to learn how to not know and still move forward. Struggling doesn't mean you don't belong here. Struggling is actually a part of the process, an unavoidable one. You Once you stop seeing difficulty as failure and start seeing it as evidence that you are doing real research, the anxiety begins to loosen its grip. Now let's move to the next section of this video. It is practical ways to survive the anxiety during your PhD. Let's talk about what actually helps. First thing, separate your work from your identity. Your research is something you do, not who you are. A failed experiment does not mean you are a failure. Second thing is that productivity, reading and thinking, resting, and even stepping out are the part of the research. If you only count visible outputs, you will always feel behind. Third one, build a support system, even a small one. One honest friend, one lab mate, one mentor, one senior, one junior, even one online community can make a massive difference. You don't need many people, just people who you don't have pretend with. Then the fourth one, set boundaries with work. The PhD can expand to fill every hours of your life if you let it. Decide when workday ends, protect your sleep, protect your mental health. No thesis is worth chronic burnout. Finally, get help when you need it. Therapy, counseling, or mental health support is not a sign of weakness, not a sign of failing. It's a sign that you are taking yourself finishing with what title. Success is learning how to handle uncertainty. Success is building resilience. Success is discovering your limits and respecting them. Many people leave their PhD more self-aware, more emotionally intelligent. That growth matters, even if never show up on your CV. And if you're worried about you're not strong enough for this path, remember you have already survived even difficulty days so far. If you are the middle of a PhD and struggling, hear this very clearly. You are not behind, you are not broken, and you are not alone. It's okay to find this hard. It is hard. It is hard. and take things one step at a time. Ask for help, rest when you need to, and remind yourself stand far beyond any paper, any experiments, or degree. If this video resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear this today. And if you're comfortable, leave a comment about your experience in your PhD. Sometimes knowing you are not alone is the most powerful thing of all. So keep doing PhD. You are doing better than you think. Thank you all.